Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I love experimenting with things that I see done with, sorry, trying to move my stool out of the way, that I see done with, acrylic pouring, and I like to try it in resin. Anyway, first thing I want to show you is, this is how this set up is. Yeah, it's got a couple of thin spots in the black. I knew it would. But, and it's got some bubbles. I don't know why. I torched the crap out of it, trying to get rid of those bubbles. Anyway, this is how this one's set up. I'm really happy with it, even though it looks nothing like what Titicus, I think his name. Well, the link is up below yesterday's video, because he gave me permission to put it there. Anyway, it looks nothing like what he did. Okay, now today I have this little 10 by 10 wooden board that I primed. I primed it first with Minwax. Reason I do that is so I get the back of it too. I know you can't really tell. And then I prime all the sides and the front with the Minwax. And then I do a couple of coats of a flat acrylic paint. Sometimes I do it with a brush out of a can. Sometimes I do a spray can. But I do the flat because that way, if none of the wood color will show through. Anyway, I know you're probably wondering, what are these? Well, today I'm going to try doing some swiping with these little chains. And I'm going to have a white background, which is going to be the Stone Coat White Base Tint. And, oh, fiddly-dee. I'm looking through my colors. I don't want to use the yellow. So I'm going to use this Resin Art Luster Pigment, but it's called Queen's Stiletto. That ought to be an interesting color. And then I'm going to do an aluminum. I got some other new colors yesterday too. I got this Sky Blue by Just Resin. And let's see here. What else do I have that I can put in there that will look good? You know what I'm going to do? Well, no. I was going to do... I'm planning on swiping by going from the center with the chain and then bringing it around. So I'm planning on doing one color for each fourth, if you can figure that one out. I know I don't always have the right terminology. Let's see, aluminum. What else do I want to put in there? Well, I got a red. I don't want to do a red. Oh, decisions. Well, I will separate the two blues. I'm going to use the Blue Diamond by Just Resin. I get all of my colors. Oh, and then, of course, the white. Okay, I get all of my colors from a great website that is run by two artists out of Dallas, Texas. It's called artisttilldeath.com, and that is where I get all of my colors from, and some of my tools. And the tools that I don't get from their website, I get off of Amazon. And reason I put a link below theirs too. They get like a real small kickback. I make no money off of those links. I'm just sharing with you through links where I get my stuff at, in case you are not familiar with artisttilldeath.com. You need to go check out their YouTube channel too, because it is great. That's where I've learned just about everything from the basics. What I'm doing now is stuff I haven't seen them do, but hey, I'm experimenting and I'm taking you all along for the ride. And I'm not putting any color in this last cup. Well, wait a minute. Let me just put just a little bit in there, because I know that that resin art is a powder form, and I don't want anything to come up in a cloud. I don't want a cloud of mica powder. I think that's mica powder. Yeah. I don't want a cloud of it coming up. So I'm putting this in there, and I hope that's enough. Okay. There's the Queen Stiletto by Resin Art. Let me add a little bit more resin on top of it now. So this way, the powder is in between the 2 layers of resin I just put in there. So it mixes up good, and it doesn't come up in a cloud of resin up on my face. Which, I'm not speaking, well, yeah, I am speaking from experience. I'm sorry. I have had that happen many times. I forget. I put the powder on top of all the resin in the cup, and then I start stirring like a mad woman. And then I've got a nice little cloud of powder coming up. Okay, now this one, oh, I love that. This one is really super pretty. Okay, let me do that one. Then I'm going to do the blue diamond. Like I said, I'm going to do this in force. Now, when you open a jar of pigment paste, you always want to give it a little bit of a stir, just to make sure it's all mixed together. And then you want, now I only got like 1.5 ounces in there, so I really don't need that much. I can't tell you exactly how much I put in there, but I can tell you that I just eyeball it is what it is. Okay, here is the blue diamond. Now, hopefully, I did put enough in there. I mean, I eyeballed it. I don't want to use too much pigment. It doesn't look opaque. I mean, transparent. So, see, I'm doing a small canvas, so I'm doing just a little bit of each color, because it's going to hopefully swipe around. And this is the aluminum by Just Resin. I told Just Resin the other night that I've been using a lot of their pigments in my stuff. You know what? Out of all the resins that I've gotten so far in my short little looks like a little bit too much. Hang on. Yeah, okay, that looks better. In my short little resin career, if you want to call it that, I don't know what you would, I guess you would call it that. For base tints, for the base color, the color that you put all over your substrate, your canvas, your board, or whatever you're pouring on, I like using Stone Coat's base tints, because when you put a color over it, it sells wonderfully. I'm not sure why. I think there's a little oil in there. I'm not sure. I mean, it's none of my business what's in there. Okay, this is the sky blue. When I got this yesterday, it was completely hard. And there's a little trick. You tighten up the lid, okay, and you make a warm bath for it. You put it in a little dish, and you put in hot water just up to the bottom of the lid. Okay, you don't want the water to get in this, okay? And you give it a little warm bath, and then you take it out of the bath, and you wipe off your container really, really good so you don't get have any water hanging around on the outside. And you open it up, and you take a clean stir stick, and I wonder if I should have put, well, this one's it's sky blue. It's a little bit lighter than the blue diamond, but that's okay, because I love blues. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm supposed to love purples, but I love blues. I'm sorry to say. Okay, now here is my cup for my base tint. Now, I shake it up really good. It's in this squeeze bottle. Hopefully I have no little toothpick. I can't tell what I got in, what's in the lid, because it does give you a little bit of a film. Okay, that looks like that's okay. And you just want to put the minimum amount in to make it opaque. If you put too much in, you won't get cells. And if you also use too much heat, you won't get cells. But their stuff is good for cells. It's the best I have found so far, because I'll tell you something, I do not know, I'm practicing, but I do not know how to swipe with a paper yet and get cells. So in the meantime, I'm trying other ways to get cells. Okay, you want to make sure you cap this up really good. This is not the container it comes in, but a lot of the people in the groups that I'm in and the people I see on YouTube that use this, they take it out of the big jar that it comes in and put it in one of these. And it keeps it, it's a lot easier to open and close, because once you get this, get the pure base tint on the threads, you have a very, very, very hard time opening that jar. You have to take your heat gun to it. Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to coat the whole back, and I want to make sure I have enough. I will do coasters if I need to use up the rest of the resin. Okay, there is my base tint. Yeah, I'll do the heat gun. I'm gonna go over it just a little bit to pop the bubbles. I don't know, I have to ask, I guess. I probably should ask if I should heat up the heat gun, because I know when you first turn it on, it's not as hot as it's supposed to be. But I guess it only takes like a few seconds for it to get up to temperature. I don't know how quick. I never really noticed that. I know the first like 10-15 seconds when I turn it on, it's not popping the bubbles, it's just blowing air. But the heat is pretty fast. The heat gun I use is an Antake. I can't see the number. If you go to the link below my video in the description box, and you go to the Amazon page for artisttilldeath.com, because they are what's called an influencer on there, you'll see a red gun Antake listed. It's not that expensive. But I've had $30 Wagner guns. I've had I think one of them was like a $60 Wagner gun with the little what do you call it, the little screen where you would you know, a little screen on there with buttons instead of changing it through a dial. And I didn't like any of them. I didn't like any of them at all. As a matter of fact, I got resin. I didn't think I had to cover up a screen, but I got resin in the button. Okay, that looks like it's all the way over to the edge. Okay, let me wipe off my finger. But what I had done with this one was, I'll show you real quick. I took a glove. You don't want, now that the switch is right here, you don't want to have your tape right there, because the tape is not going to move. You just want to tape it above and below and around the back. Make sure that when you do the tape that you don't cover up these, and it'll last you for a long time. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line of this blue right here from the middle out. Okay, now here is the experiment. Okay, reason I'm using a chain is because I know the chain won't put any fuzzies in my resin. Okay, I want to drop the one end right in the middle. Come on, guy. Right in the middle. Okay, and then you want to get it in the resin, and you want to kind of hold it on the top of the resin, and you just want to, you don't want to pick up too much of the white. And you want to really quickly get that chain off of there so you don't drip. Okay, now I got a drip over here. That's unfortunate. Now I'm going to do another line. And I got a clean piece of chain. I am going to try to clean these by soaking them in some 91% alcohol. I don't know how that's going to work. Oh, slippery gloves. Slippery gloves. Okay, come on, guy. Okay, very carefully holding it above, so it's just sliding the silver. I guess it's not going to take it all the way over to the edge. See, I did get a couple of drips on there, but hey, can't help that. Okay, now I'm going to do, yeah, I mixed up way too much of the colors, so I can see coasters in my future in these colors. Okay, maybe I'll pour them on the coasters and practice my swiping with paper, which is where I really suck. I mean, I'll be honest, I just can't get the hang of it. Okay, lay it down. Hold it right here so this doesn't move. Lift it up. I'm trying not to get my colors mixed over here because I might use part of those chains on the rest of it. Okay, I'm not going to blow with the heat gun until I've got all 4 sides done. I don't know if I'm going to do any tilting, so okay, here is the 4th color, and I just dripped that. Okay, here goes the red. Okay, well, it looks kind of cool. Looks a little bit of a mess, but what can I do, you know? Okay, let me move my resins back, because I think, I'm not sure, but I think I've been hitting them with the heat gun accidentally. Okay, now, let me go in there and get rid of the bubbles. Oh, it looks pretty cool. I think what I'm going to try to do, let me see if this works. I'm going to try to blow it out to the corner. There's not as much of the sky blue as there is of the other colors. I must not have put as much on there. Okay, now when we blow the red out, I just want to get some of the color over to the corner itself. That blue, I should have put more blue on there, but or put less of the other colors. Okay, now, let me just... Oh, all the way off. There we go. Okay, what to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of lines from the outside to the center of a contrasting color. So I took the light blue and put it over there. Now I'm going to take the silver and put it over here. Didn't have enough on there. There we go. I will blow out those lines here in a minute. Okay. Kind of think what the red's doing is a little funky, but it's also mixing with most of the blue right there. I know that's wasting a little bit of the resin, but so you don't get these little big drops at the beginning of your line, you want to start your line. Here, let me see if I can show you here. You want to start your line off the edge so it starts as a line. There we go. Okay. Okay, I see something in there that I don't like. I don't know what it is. And wipe them off. I just want to blow out the lines just a little bit. I swear I think my table's not level because it looks like everything's running this way. So I am going to have to do a little bit of a tilt to get it to run back that way. Because I did want to kind of keep it even looking. Although I got more red than I do of the sky blue. See if I can get rid of that dot a little bit. I see no cell action, so I don't know if it's because I used a chain or if because I used put too much white in there. I don't know. So I'll have to put less white in there later. I'm trying to get some movement out of it. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't want to mess with it too much more. I do want to tilt it to get that back in the center. I don't want to mess with it too much more. Now, when I'm done with these chains, so I can, they weren't that expensive. I bought them, they have them on a roll at Home Depot, and you can buy just however much you want. It's just a regular chain. If you go in there and look at the chains at Home Depot, you'll see them. They're not that expensive, but I do want to try to use them again, so I'm going to try cleaning them off with some alcohol. And I'm just going around below it and getting rid of my drips underneath. And that looks about as center as it's going to get. The red's trying to take over here. So anyway, I will show you the dried results of this yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. First day with my new vocabulary, I guess. I still haven't learned how to use it right. I will show you the results of this, the way it dries, when, tomorrow. Like I try to do every day. I try to show you the results the next day. So I hope you like my video. If you try it with a chain, please, please, please show me your results. You can find me on Facebook at Doris Ford Designs, or my personal account, which is Doris Sue Ford. I'm also on Instagram as Doris Ford Designs. And just, I'd love to see a picture of what you try. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications of the upcoming videos. I am trying to do my best to get a video every day this month. For the month of January 2019, just in case somebody's watching it way in the, you know, in March of 2019. Anyway, comment, share the video. I hope you liked it. I thank you all for your support of watching. It means a lot to me. The comments mean a lot to me too. I've had a few comments, I mean, you know, but just let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.